cut through that space. And then just put the strap back on. So that's the outer bandage. And you can actually keep her in the cup and keep it safe if you just kind of tip this forward. When she's trained, she doesn't really think about stepping out of it. So the foot's still pretty safe in the cut because it's in flexion. Maybe put the top strap back on just to get the inner wrap off. I think you only have to do this one time on Thursday, because after that I don't think we'll need it. Let's see how that looks for us.
Is someone walking this dog? Why is he's breathing? Oh, he's breathing.
Heel bulb that was burned a bit, but it's doing a ton better. We were using that Vaseline impregnated gauze for a while, and now that was too moist after the first little bit, so just a dry wrap all the way down is all we need. Are you ready to be fast? So, we'll take this off. We can drop the foot back in the cup and look at the wound on the inside, and then we'll be ready to put the combine back on. So you see when she loads the leg a little bit, it tightens. You'll see it even more with the bandage off. So this is kind of what I do, is I hold her up. From walking, Dina. Keep her from walking. Go, Mama. Dina, just move. Alright, so here's the inside, and it's just a little bloody from when we took the suture down. And that's the little V if you want to look at that. Show Megan. Here, there's the incision to catch the tendon ends. And this is all pretty solid. I don't feel any ledge in there. And when she does load it a little bit, which I can just do a little bit, you can see things tighten up through there. I just can't trust it because it's still a lot of suture, not just her yet.
Yep.
That's why this whole thing is kind of scary to change it. Okay? So that's pretty happy. And it'll continue to be dry. So the combine, drop it over the heel so we cover that heel bulb. It may not cover the entire upper part of the incision, but that's not a problem. It'll definitely cover that. Okay? You good, Dina?
Yep.
Good. No squirt. Hold still. She's a pain.
She giving you a hard time?
Yeah, she's stepping on me.
So
So just try to keep her from stepping down. I'm gonna
usually go 0.4, 0.4, but then we
just
give her another 0.2 to 1.
So we just wrap the foot, partly so it doesn't rub on the cut. Okay, I'll put it back in too. Then you can put the toe in so you don't have to hold it up the whole time. It's good, and then when she decides she's going down, she'll just go down.
Can we do a rope?
Hmm?
Can we get her some more?
I think we're okay. There's a little, if you want to look in front, Jess, there's a little burn on the front of her shin from the top of the Kimsey.
Oh, yeah.
And so our big heavy bandage is covering all of that. And then I'm putting a little extra 4x4, in fact, there they are, still stuck there, into the top just as a spacer and a little bit extra padding. I'll show you at the end when we're doing that. Okay, get started. Just go up a little bit so it doesn't slip. Right onto the skin. Okay. Ready?
Busting a bit?
Hmm?
20.
Yeah, she tests me, but we're okay. Yep, we're going back in. So that's what she'll do to your husband. She'll just test him, kind of an arm under the gasket area. I use my knee to kind of support it. She's been good about not trying to walk around and step on me. And I just kind of lift her out of the cut to be ready in case she does step down, that we can drop the toe back in so it stays in some flexion. Okay, good job. If the big heavy wrap is set too low, we won't protect the little wound in top, and also it's too bulky to fit into the cup.
Okay.
The toe won't be stuck in, and we need that angle to unweight the tendon. So the bandage, this is covering the heel nicely. The bandage will just definitely just be a lower limb bandage, but comes up into the hot area a little bit. Just because it's too bulky down low and it's too much for that to happen. A little higher. Good. Euro. As it's not getting bloody or drainage anymore like the first week or so, you could use a lot of this bandage material. If in 4 days it's really kind of manky, then you may not want to, because you do want some support with it, but it gets expensive, and so we could probably reuse it. Like the sheet cutters and what have you. We typically, what we call a double heavy, it's what Megan will know is kind of like a modified Robert Jones, and she remembers when she was up here. 6 sheet cottons. It takes about 2 brown gauze to get it cinched down a little bit tighter. So it gives us more stability, but lots of padding inside, which is important for this swim. It's for the other leg. We stole a little for the tail, but it should be okay. stacks of those 4x4s, perfect. If you get quite a bit of bulk, then just have her push down on the point of the hock, and that jams that toe into the bottom of the cut so that the foot is flat to the bottom and we have good flexion. And oh, she's stepping on the strap, so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just move her a little bit.
Okay, there we got it.
There we go. Okay, so now we'll do it again. The heel strap's not that helpful, but it does keep the foot in the back of the thing. And then we just bow this forward. Give yourself a little space. One more of those. Have one. And then right on the corners of the splint, that's kind of where it digs in a little bit, even though the bandage is really well padded. That'll give us a little extra support. You can lay them on easy at first, just to make sure everything's setting right, and then kind of crank it. And I just kind of pull hard, really set it, and then get the Velcro to do its job. We know that padding will kind of soften a little bit, and that may loosen the splint. So kind of as tight as we can get it, the better off we are. And then, because the strap is below the top, it's not as stable because we can still bow that top piece out, and that means it's a little bit less stable for the lower limb. So I take elasticon and use it almost as another strap at the top, a few times around. It cinches the very top of the splint down, and then really overlap it almost the whole part of the roll, and this is only to keep shavings and stuff from getting in there. All the way down to the bottom. And then, depending how much she's walking, and especially for today since she's traveling, get her good rolls of elasticon. Stuck. Oh, hey, oh, how are we going? No walkies. She wears through the elasticon, so we'll put another roll on there. She's got rubber pads in there, but she still walks a lot. So that's metal, and it's a little slippery. So just kind of go heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe. And at least for walking to the trailer and getting her home, they'll keep her from slipping too much. That's that.